NFL free agency going on as planned.
Yes.
So it turns out you don't need to be able to travel to places to be like, yeah, that guy who I have all this film on, he's good. I want to give him millions of dollars to play for my team. You can do that via, it's like telehealth. It's incredible what we've done with it.
It's great that the NFL was like, hey, the whole world is shutting down. Here's our opportunity to basically dominate every single storyline. And I actually do appreciate it because, like I said on Friday, we need Tom Brady to wait as long as possible. He needs to draw this thing out. We need a situation where we can have something to talk about every single day because eventually we're going to get to like, some team signed like a linebacker that no one ever saw play and try to talk yourself into that being a big time. Like Nick Kwiatkowski, the Bears probably aren't going to re-sign him. That's going to be a big free agency story in 3 weeks.
Can we think about how all the team owners, all the agents out there, their sole focus right now is on football. There's absolutely nothing else going on. I predict that just out of sheer boredom from some of these owners and GMs, there are going to be some crazy trades that happen or some crazy signings that you don't necessarily think would happen, but they're just going to happen because the other owners and the other GMs are just like, we need some action going on. I'm bored. Let's fucking pick up the phone and make some weird arrangements.
Yeah, the Jets and the Colts, I feel like, are the two teams that are going to be like, we need to, and the Redskins.
Dan Snyder,
we need to win the coronavirus quarantine.
We're going to win this offseason.
Yeah. Hey, because it is the most important offseason that has ever taken place in NFL history.
If you need a leader who is an expert on how to deal with infectious disease outbreaks in your locker room, Greg Schiano, he can be had. Just make a phone call to Rutgers.
He's got Rutgers on quarantine.
Greg Schiano is the leader that we need to lead us through this dark period. Him and Coach O, who gave a great public service announcement, and it's like, I think he just killed the coronavirus.
It was the first time I felt like, hey, you know what? We're going to be okay.
We're all
going to be okay.
He demonstrated the dab cough.
Yes.
The only concern was he did not end it with Go Tigers.
So I heard through our sources that he might have said Go Tigers immediately after off camera.
Okay.
To kind of end it, but knowing the moment, because Coach O knows the moment. He's not going to say Go Tigers on a very serious issue, but he might have turned to our friend and said Go Tigers just so that it was officially that statement is stamped. It's almost like the notary public, like boom.
That's like when we're doing interviews, you're like, do I need to clap? And I say no. And then you go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so he did the Go Tigers off screen, so it is officially that is in the Library of Congress or wherever they keep everything.
Every Twitter video.
Yes,
I'm sure
that has been documented. It will go to Mars when we send all of the best parts of our society. That's it.
I need Odell Beckham Jr. to just wander through every emergency room in Ohio, just handing doctors $100 bills.
He should do it.
Just tip him.
He should do it. So actually, Odell Beckham, we talked about Rudy Gobert on Friday, but he definitely would have been the Rudy Gobert of NFL.
You think he would have gotten the coronavirus?
Well, and he would have done something stupid beforehand.
He would have gone on a boat and taken a cruise. He would have gone to Yacht Week and taken a cruise off the coast of Italy and brought it back.
He would have caught a touchdown and put on a mask and gloves and been like, "Wait, where'd you get that?" Like, oh, actually, I just got it from like the training staff who got it from a hospital. Whoops, now I have coronavirus.
He definitely would play with like a Supreme branded surgical mask underneath his helmet and get fined for it.
Yes. All right. So free agency. It's starting at Wednesday, but that means it really starts on Monday.
Legal tampering starts at noon.
We did have news though. Ryan Tannehill got paid, and it was. I'm very happy that when we have these weird times that no one knows what's going on, we can always still have the same reaction to mediocre quarterbacks getting a lot of money and everyone flipping out, and then them showing the actual deal, and it's like, oh, it's like a 2-year deal for like 60 million,
which is still a lot of money.
Yeah, but when you throw in the signing bonus, like, I actually think, and whenever this happens, I learned my lesson when Jay Cutler signed a 7-year deal and everyone made fun of me, and everyone made fun of the Bears across the country. And like 7 years, and you're like, no, you don't understand. It's a 3-year deal. It's a 3-year deal.
It's like when the KHL signed Kovalchuk to like a 25-year deal for like $100 million.
Right. Well, those are guaranteed. So those are a little different. But
in the KHL?
Oh, not the KHL. Well, the KHL, I don't know how they work their guarantees.
I think it's just like if Putin likes you, he gives you that credit card.
Depends on the oil or oligarchy that's running your team.
Uh-huh.
But So I actually don't hate this deal, and everyone flipped out because they saw 4 years, $118 million. That is always just a PSA for free agency. The first numbers that are reported are always the agent numbers. The agent gets their flex. The agent can go around and be like, I got Ryan Tannehill $118 million. How it actually works out is he's getting 17.5 this year, 24.5 next year, 29 in 2022. But they can cut him in 2021 if they want to.
Right.
And then 27.5 in 2023. It's a 2-year deal.
So if it gets to the 4th year, they're going to restructure it. It's essentially they've franchise tagged Ryan Tannehill for 2 years on this and probably saved a little bit of money on a 2-year franchise tag. So it's not bad because Tannehill, he is who he is by this point. Ryan Tannehill is exactly the type of quarterback that Mike Vrabel likes, the guy that's just going to do barely enough to not fuck things up.
Yes.
And hopefully a little bit extra. He had a couple games this year that he actually threw the ball really, really well.
Yeah, he was great.
But overall, Ryan Tannehill is going to be a slightly above average quarterback, and you can win with Ryan Tannehill if you've got Derrick Henry coming back on a tag and a good defense.
That's the important part, what you just said, because it's not – everyone will say to themselves, well, Ryan Tannehill just got franchise tag for 2 years, but he didn't because the Titans get to keep their franchise tag. And this move, to me, is in conjunction with keeping Derrick Henry. Because if you didn't do this, you probably wouldn't have paid – you wouldn't be able to franchise tag. You wouldn't be able to use that as leverage for Derrick Henry. And Ryan Tannehill – he played well enough this past year. I mean, he won 2 road playoff games against, the Patriots and the Ravens. So
I think he threw a grand total of
doesn't
19
matter.
passes.
Doesn't matter. Joe Flacco, although Joe Flacco played great in the playoffs.
That's a bad analogy.
No, but he still
Bad cat.
No, he still was. He still was he's the quarterback. It's the same thing where you have to have everything around you great to be good. You have to have everything around you to be great to be good.
Joe Flacco's his postseason that one year was incredible. It was incredible. Tannehill,
but he wasn't. He was not better than
Joe Flacco. Is a friend of mine. Ryan Tannehill is no Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco was not a franchise quarterback that deserved that kind of money. But when you are good right before you need to get paid, you kind of have to take the gamble on it.
Timing is 90% of life, and with Ryan Tannehill, he gives a lot of hope to a lot of people out there that are average at their jobs, get hot at the right time, and then absolutely cash the fuck in.
So in that respect, he is Joe Flacco.
And he's done it twice.
Right, in that respect, he is Joe Flacco. He's
actually better at getting contracts than Joe Flacco is. This is the second big contract that he's had, in addition to that first-round draft pick contract that he had way back in the day. He's made a shitload of money. His wife is going to get to buy a ton more AR-15s. To lose in the backseat of rental cars. It's just a win-win for the Tannehill household.
He was statistically the best quarterback in the NFL past when he started for the Titans for the rest of the season. I'm just talking about statistically now. Obviously Patrick Mahomes got hurt and was out for a little bit, but he was incredible for that run. And guess what? You got to take the risk that he's going to still be that guy.
He is now officially the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL history.
There we go. Perfect. Ryan Tannehill. So that's basically the news.
So when Tannehill signed this contract,
Patriots re-signed Devin McCourty
and
Matthew Slater.
Oh, nice.
The Twins are staying together. But with Tannehill signing this contract with Tennessee, it is also another domino that falls in the Tom Brady saga.
Yes.
And
Brady's not going to the Titans.
He's been turned down by both the Titans and the 49ers. You have to wonder what toll this is taking on Tom Brady's psyche to not be the most wanted girl at the dance anymore.
Hank?
It's to him, it's just gonna fuel his fire. People think he's washed up. They think he doesn't have it anymore. He's not worth the money.
So this entire free agency was basically just going back in time and being the 199th pick again.
Pretty much.
I like that.
Yeah, that is actually good mode. He should do an updated picture of himself wearing underwear, standing in front of a whiteboard.
Yeah,
and it's not like a Dwayne Wade situation where the Patriots are gonna pay him good money.
Yeah, they will unless the Bucks, who seem to be the last.
But I don't see if it's anywhere even remotely close. The Bucks would have to overpay him so much for him to go there.
But there's no state income tax there.
I don't think he can.
Do you think, Hank?
But you were just talking about they'd have to pay him more money. That would be a significant. That would be
and we're in a
20% more money.
So every dollar counts.
Yeah.
But do you want to live in Tampa Bay during a recession?
Would you rather live in Tampa, Florida, or
be the king,
or Boston?
You can be the king.
Boston
of Tampa. The king of Tampa gets all the strippers.
Yeah, he'd be hanging out with Hulk Hogan. And if I'm Tom Brady's agent, Don Yee, I would absolutely make the case that Tom Brady is probably the least likely quarterback to contract the coronavirus because he drinks so much water. And he's he's trained his DNA to elongate when it gets attacked by the coronavirus.
Hank, is there a world that you think they said that the Titans were never fully interested outside of a couple of casual conversations? Do you think if that video doesn't go live where it shows Julian Edelman and Tom Brady FaceTiming with Mike Vrabel that he might have signed with the Titans, but they were like, well, now it's going to be tampering, so we can't do it?
No.
Okay, next question.
He just asked about the highlights.
Do you think there's any truth to the rumor that he wanted to go to the 49ers? The 49ers said no to him.
No, I think
seems crazy to me because the 49ers they can walk away from Jimmy G if they wanted to.
Well, I think it's not that crazy because Kyle Shanahan doesn't need a big shot quarterback to win. Like, his system is so good.
Right.
That, remember when Nick Mullins came in a couple years ago? Like,
and they won 2 games, yeah.
But still, Mullins played well.
Correct.
Better than you would think, especially for some guy that was coming off the street, essentially. So, like, his system is good enough where you don't have to be a superstar to be effective and to make that offense work. Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't great this year, and they got to the Super Bowl.
But I think you probably win the Super Bowl with Tom Brady.
Now, that's an interesting question.
I agree. I think they would have won that Super Bowl.
And flags fly forever.
But, Hank, what if it was Tom Brady and the 49ers against Jimmy G and the Patriots?
Wow. Freaky Friday.
Jimmy G and the Patriots would win that game.
Exactly. So that's my point.
And then you would be like, fuck, Jimmy G is a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Yeah, but at that point, Brady would be gone. So it's like we're in an alternate reality where it's like we're moving forward without a Brady-less universe, but that's not going to happen.
I would imagine this news today makes you feel more confident.
I have never not been confident. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I will not be worried. I'm not concerned until like the season starts or there's anything other than fucking Jeff Darlington being like, oh, no, he's definitely going to leave. Like, I'm not worried.
Get him, Hank.
I'm not worried.
Hey,
not worried.
As a podcast, we've always said he's going back to the Patriots.
Like the Bucks?
So
the Bucks.
Helps us.
What about the Colts?
Bruce
no
Arians,
fucking way.
dude. Bruce Arians, quarterback whisperer.
Never.
If Brady is real pissed at the
saw
Patriots, he would definitely go to the Colts and just piss him off.
Yeah, but he hates the Colts too. Like they did that the Brady and Peyton thing. He was still chirping him about them pumping in noise.
Stephen Che,
like that shit is not. He holds that in.
Right.
Still.
Also, the Colts snitched on him for deflating the football.
True.
Correct.
Stephen Che did say, who's our colleague and #1 Bucs fan in the entire world, said tomorrow's a big day for him. Brady and then equals sign the forward arrow, whatever, greater than to the Bucs. So he's basically saying it's happening.
Well, I had a source. Excuse me, Leroy had a source with the Bucs.
Ooh, you almost slipped.
That he had a physical that was going to be scheduled in Tampa Bay on Monday.
If that happens, the world is
canceled
ending.
The physical.
The Rona.
Well, we don't know if he canceled because of the Rona or if he canceled because he was no longer interested in the Buccaneers.
If he goes to the Bucs, the world is ending.
Bubba just coughed.